Now that we have seen how Nazism as an ideology emerged in Germany and what the ideology really was, it is time to meet the leader who brought this ideology forward. It is time to meet the man behind Nazism, who is famously or infamously known by his mustache. So let us now go ahead and see the life of Adolf Hitler, the leader of Nazi Germany, and a person who brought the world to the deadliest war it has ever faced. Hitler was born on April 28, 1899 in a town called Bernau am Main in Austria, which makes him an Austrian-born German. Hitler unfortunately had a tragic childhood, losing his parents and many of his siblings at an early age. Now, in the hopes of pursuing art, Hitler moved to Vienna to seek admission at the Academy of Fine Arts. The Academy, however, rejected his proposal to join, which reduced Hitler to a life of poverty. Eventually realizing he lacks potential to be an artist, he moved to Munich in hopes of pursuing his family profession of architecture and inheriting his father's estate. Now, while Hitler's stay in Vienna was financially disastrous for him, it did help him in a couple of other ways. You see, Vienna was where he was first exposed to racialist ideas. In this picture, you can see that a homeless Hitler over here, which is zoomed in over here, you can see a homeless Hitler is attending a racialist rally in Vienna. Now, why is Vienna so important? This is because Vienna was like a melting pot of many cultures, ideas, and ideologies in the 19th century, earning it the nickname of a capital of Europe in this particular period. Now, here is a fun fact about the so-called capital of Europe. In the year 1913, Hitler, who was residing at Vienna, used to frequent a cafe at the city center. It's also the same place Stalin, who would later become the leader of Soviet Russia, also used to go for his coffee. Now, is it not bizarre that Hitler and Stalin sat right across each other, not knowing that in about 3 decades' time, they would be leading their countries to fight against each other in the Second World War? Let alone the Second World War, they did not even know that the assassination of the Archduke Franz Joseph Ferdinand, who lived only 2 blocks from this cafe, would soon start the First World War, which would change their lives forever. Therefore, that was the importance of Vienna, and many say that Vienna truly was the making of Hitler. Now, when Hitler came to Munich, it did not change his fortunes much. He still continued to live a life of poverty and unemployment. But what it really did was evoke the German which is living inside him. Exposure to German nationalism in Bavaria truly made him connected to his German identity. In fact, when asked, Hitler considered his move to Munich as a sort of coming back to Germany. Even though he was never born in Germany and never belonged to Germany, he felt that he was ethnically connected to Germany, and his move to Munich was therefore a sort of coming back home. Now, as mentioned, Hitler was living a life of poverty and unemployment even when he moved to Munich. He was looking for an opportunity to elevate his sufferings and to also prove how much he loved the country of Germany. This chance proved itself when the First World War broke out. Hitler managed to get him enlisted in the Bavarian Volunteer Corps, which was a segment of the German army at the age of 25. And this was his chance to express his patriotism and to also rise in the ranks and not be unemployed anymore. Now, here is a picture of Hitler with his fellow members of the Bavarian Volunteer Corps ready to serve in the First World War. Hitler fought bravely in the First World War, and in fact, he was awarded the Iron Cross, which happens to be a German Medal of Honor for military gallantry, and this he was awarded 3 number of times. However, we do remember that Germany lost the First World War to the Allied nations, and like many other Germans, Hitler was angry at the results. So you see, the aftermath of the war, which included not only the destruction caused by the war, but also repercussions Germany had to face, angered the people of Germany. This also included Hitler, who, like most others, felt that the Weimar Republic installed after the First World War was the reason behind this humiliation of Germany. But did you know that Hitler was actually never even supposed to fight in the First World War for Germany? This is because even though Hitler was German by descent, he was an Austrian citizen, born in Austria, and therefore he was not even supposed to fight in the Bavarian Volunteer Corps, a core military unit of Germany. However, a certain technicality made Hitler enlist into the Bavarian Volunteer Corps. Now, do you not find it ironical how Mussolini fled his country to avoid fighting in wars, and Hitler was not even supposed to fight for Germany in the First World War, but eventually both of them would lead their countries to the Second World War. Now that the war was over, what happened to Hitler? Now Hitler belonged to the group of those few lucky German soldiers who got to keep their jobs. This is because, if you remember, by the Treaty of Versailles, Germany had to undergo a military reduction where it could only retain about 1/10 of its armed force. Hitler, somehow or the other, luckily managed to be in that 1/10 group. But now that the wars were over, what were the soldiers doing? Well, the soldiers were either used in counter-insurgency, which includes dealing with issues inside the country by military force, or in intelligence, which in simple terms means spying. This is because after the First World War, there were many internal threats in Germany, especially targeted against the Weimar Republic, which was incredibly unpopular. Now, Hitler was used in a task of intelligence, particularly spying on the German Workers' Party, or DAP, which was based in Munich in the Bavarian state of Germany, which by this time already had become a hotbed of anti-Weimar sentiments. The German Workers' Party was nothing different. It was a conservative party which believed that the war was lost because the Weimar Republic refused to continue it and simply declared its surrender to the Allied nations. Now Hitler was sent to act as a spy on the German Workers' Party's actions in the year 1919. How did he manage to spy on the party? Now, while Hitler started off by spying on this particular party, an ironical turn of events took place. Because in the year 1921, Hitler ended up joining the German Workers' Party for good full time. And you can see over here Hitler's German Workers' Party's membership card. Now, can you answer this question? When did Hitler join the German Workers' Party as a full-time member? Was it in the year 1919? Was it in 1920? Was it in 1921? Or was it in the year 1922? The correct answer happens to be 1921. Hitler went on to become an integral member of the German Workers' Party and soon even renamed it to the National Socialist German Workers' Party, which in German was the National Sozialistische Deutsche, or in simple terms, the Nazi Party, which is an acronym or a short form of the National Socialist German Workers' Party's German name. Hitler went on to achieve full control over the party, or ultimate control, on 26 July 1921 when he became a chairperson of the Nazi Party. The Nazi Party under Hitler's leadership was instrumental in the rise of Nazism in Germany and would soon be the cause for the outbreak of the Second World War as well. In this particular lesson, we started off by tracing the early life of Hitler, and then we saw him serving in the First World War. After the First World War, we saw his role as a spy for the German military, spying on the German Workers' Party, a party which he later went on to join full-time and soon managed to get a crucial role in the party as well, renaming the party to the Nazi Party and soon becoming the ultimate authority in the party as the chairperson of it. Hitler's role in the Nazi Party would be the cause for the rise of Nazism, as we would be discussing in the subsequent lessons. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon. You can also register for free at DeltaStep.com or download the DeltaStep app to learn one-to-one with our amazing teachers, or to get access to all our 5,000 plus amazing videos as per your school syllabus. Master each topic with our adaptive practice technology. Get million plus questions with step by step solutions and unlimited mock tests. Get all your doubts resolved instantly. Learn via games and win amazing prizes like PlayStations and iPads. So at DeltaStep, learning is not just fun and easy, it is rewarding too. So register for free now.